So those of you who follow my channel, you guys know I love this Nissan Titan. It's been a great truck. It definitely tows the weight that I've put on it, which is over its capacity. I've been towing between 12,000 and 14,000 pounds with it, just depending. I try not to do it too much because obviously it's rated for 12.4. This is the HD model. It's the non-diesel, which does have a higher payload, and it tows a little bit more than a diesel, believe it or not, because the difference in weight on the engine itself. But I do love the truck. Didn't want to get rid of it. You know, it's a pretty loaded truck. You know, that's why I didn't want to get rid of it. It's fully loaded. It's got the heated and cooled seats. Came with the gooseneck from the factory. It's a great truck. It's got 110 outlets throughout the whole truck. Probably 15 cup holders. 2 in each door. 2 there. 6 in the front. I mean, this thing's got cup holders everywhere. And like I said, it does have the 110 outlet in there. Has 1 in the front dash and 1 in between the back seat. And it's got lights in the bed, tie downs. I mean, just for what I paid for this truck, it is fully. You can see the LEDs in the bed. It's got the tie downs. Also underneath those plastic covers is additional tie downs. But you guys know I've been kind of on the market for another product that I do like. You know, I've always been a fan of Dodge. It's the wife's car. It's the closest model you can get other than having an SRT model or a Hellcat. But I did it. I bit the bullet and I got the beast. And there she is. That is the 35K tow capacity, Aisin transmission, high output. It's not fully loaded, but it is a work truck. It's a tradesman model. It's got a few luxuries in it, not a whole lot. But this bad boy will tow anything and everything you put in front of it. So I did it. I mean, you couldn't. This is a monster. You know, I won't say anything bad about the old Titan. That's pretty much my go-around truck now. And it's a backup tow vehicle. It will tow, even though you just don't want to get caught doing it with the kind of load that I put on it. And for those of you who are going to talk crap, this thing with that trailer and that track loader on it, it only drops 1 5/8 inches. I measured it every time. I got a certain spot that a sweet spot where I can load that on there where it keeps the payload just right on that Titan, which is 1,750 pounds. But yeah, I did it. I got the old big boy. Not fully luxuried out. It did come with the gooseneck already installed. Looks like I got the little ball guide trapped under it. I got a temporary baby seat in this thing. Doesn't have a whole lot of luxuries. There's a lot of plastic in it, but it does have the upgraded screen. Definitely got the brake controller integrated in it. It does have the four-wheel drive. I could not pull a trailer without four-wheel drive. I know I've hit some stuff with this Titan, and thank God I had the four-wheel drive. I mean, just getting out of my driveway up here is actually probably like a 10% grade when you get further up. And I've spun that Titan in two-wheel drive. This one I have not spun out in the dualies, but I still put it in four-wheel drive anyway. But I got it. I will be keeping the Titan. I do love it. I've always been a fan of Chrysler products, or at least Dodge in particular. And you know, when Fiat bought them, I was just kind of like iffy and didn't want to buy another one. I wanted to see what was going to happen with the company. But I can tell you, that Ram is better than the last Ram I had. By far none. I mean, that son of a bitch pulls anything. I don't gas it, obviously. You don't want to sit there and blow your tranny out just to make fun of it, but I can tell you, going up hills with that is a world of difference. It's only got a 6-speed, and I know there's a lot of people that love the Ford and the Chevys with their new 8-speed transmissions and whatnot. I'm sorry, I don't care. This 6-speed will do what that 8 can do. Now, 0 to 60, Ford will always have that. No one can touch Ford with a 0 to 60. but when it comes to pulling up a hill, you're not gonna beat a Cummins inline 6. That son of a bitch is a monster. So far I've had the track loader and the excavator on it. The track loader with this mulcher head, and the other head is right around 14,300 pounds. 14,500 when you put the extra fuel and all the gear in the back. And this thing basically just drove up this hill when I leave the property like it was nothing. The last job I went, I had a really big incline. It was a paved road, so it was lucky. And did about, I don't know, 65. And I hit that hill on the freeway and I was doing almost 80 without even paying attention. This thing just climbs. I mean, I'm sure if I put 30,000 pounds on it, it's not gonna be like that. You know, that's when your Ford's probably gonna excel as far as hill climbing with the 8-speed transmission. But this thing has so much low end torque, it's unbelievable. But guys, I did it. I mean, I got the big boy. I will not be getting rid of that Titan. I'm not gonna knock Nissan. If they made a dually, I probably would have gave it a shot. But the wife was happy with this Jeep. I was happy with every Dodge I've owned except maybe a Durango, but that was a lease, so luckily we got out of that one. But I got it. The big boy is here. What does it have? 304 miles. Just wanted to point out one last thing. It's kind of ironic, but it just happened to be like this, that you look at the step rails on that Titan and you look at the step rails on that Ram. Now you can't make this shit up. It just happened like that. It's almost like the same step rail. Very, very minor difference. The only difference is they have that little taper on the top. Nissan puts that little taper on the side. But I mean, you can't make that up. It was just kind of funny when I parked the two trucks side by side and didn't even catch that. I've only had one complaint on this truck, you know, and I'll say most American truck cars in general. You get in a Japanese car, they extend the step rail all the way to the bed so you can actually climb on it and get in. Now, this big monster, which is 7 inches taller than that, they stop it right there, and you know, you pretty much got to use the dually tire to climb in the bed. But anyway, I love it. It doesn't have a whole lot of luxury, but this is a monster. It's a monster of a truck. And like I said, I'm not gonna knock any other truck manufacturers out there. I love the Japanese trucks, the two that are surviving. You know, you got your Toyota and your Nissan. The Nissan is a lot more heavy duty than a Toyota, but the Toyotas are known for their reliability. But when it comes to towing, you gotta go with the big boys. And some people are gonna hate me for knocking Chevy, but it's really gonna come down to Ford and Dodge or Ram. The Chevys, this is their first year getting into that 30,000 pound mark, and frankly, I wouldn't buy a truck on their first year experimenting with stuff like that. I'm sure it'll do it and it'll be fine. It is General Motors. They know what they're doing, but hey, they all go through their issues on their first couple of years. But thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe and keep looking for more videos on the activities in the machine shop and the mulching business as well.